I got my Mystery Ranch Pop-Up 38 here, and I wanted to do a review on this bag and show you these two other bags here, the Mystery Ranch 2-Day Assault and the Mystery Ranch Urban Assault 21 liter. But today I'm going to show you this bag and what you can fit in this for reference. When guys make these videos, they'll stuff these things full of pillows and you never get a good idea of what they can actually fit. So I put real stuff in here so you could see exactly what it'll fit. So this is the new 38. They had the 18 and then they had the 28, and then they just came out with this recently, the 38. Alright, so I'll show you the top first and what it could fit up here. And these there's two compartments. There's one here, one up here. This kind of looks like the day pack lid, but it's not. It doesn't come off, it stays on the pack. So I don't think these are waterproof, but it's definitely like a weather sealed zipper here. I'll get a close up of that later. These are the custom zippers that I made, well, the pulls. You can see that on my other videos. So up here I just have my maps, Mylar blankets stuffed in there. So 2 maps and 2 Mylar blankets. I could probably fit a little more, but it gets kind of tight the more you cinch the bag down up here. And then up here, this is the very top zip. I got my headlamp up there. Wet wipes, just in case. My kid uses them all the time when we're hiking. Moleskins I got in there. Neck gaiter, keep one in there. I always have one of these with me wherever I go. Tourniquet, because I do shoot, so I always have tourniquets. The drag handle or the grab handle kind of sucks, so I wrapped it in paracord. Didn't do a YouTube on that, video on that, but if you want to see that, definitely let me know. I'll make a video on how to do this. So we're done with that. 2 buckles on the top, and then you have this mini buckle up here, which in my opinion is kind of useless. I guess it holds the zipper together, maybe. Alright, so maybe that just makes sense right there. Holds the zipper compartment together, right? So up here on this side, there's two cinch areas here. So you have this one that's higher up here, and then you have this lower one right down here, which I don't know why they use 2, but whatever, it works. Take this top one out. You can see I have this thing jam-packed with stuff right there. Look at this. Is that in frame? Yeah, that's in frame. So we have my water purification here at the very top, and my MSR stove. Like I said, I only packed this to show you guys how much stuff you could stuff in it. I got an MSR wind burner in there right at the top, water filter, and like not just a water filter, but like a huge water filter up there, right? Extra fuel canisters, like you would never need all these, but hey, they fit in there. Old Thermarest, which I don't even use. I'm gonna upgrade this soon. Pretty massive. Got a Kafaya from Palestine in there rolled up. I use this in the wintertime quite a bit. 2 sets of wool socks, right? Gore-Tex bivy, no problem, right? I got an Arc'teryx Naga hoodie in there. Awesome hoodie. Definitely let me know if you want to see a video on that. Worth every penny. And then at the very bottom of the compartment is this massive, extremely outdated sleeping bag from Snugpak. I can't even get this thing out. I gotta unbuckle all these down here. Another pair of socks down there. Darn Toughs. And at the bottom I got the Snug Pack Expedition. Now in the beaver tail up here I have a 1 liter Source bladder hanging out in there. And then I put food up here, two different meals. So the side pockets, people say you can't fit anything in there once this is cinched down, the side strap, but you can definitely put a 32-ounce Nalgene bottle and put the strap behind it and it works just fine. Right now I just got a saw in there and 2 chem lights. This is the inside. So this is one thing that kind of sucks about this bag, is there's no internal organization, so you kind of just have a huge compartment just to stuff shit in. So I would just go buy those little stuff sacks and just separate stuff like that. But got a Camelback 3 liter bladder back there, little hole right here to run it over your shoulder, and then a little tiny toggle to hold it up, and that's it. And then on the inside there's literally nothing else. Now on the shoulder straps, I just noticed this the other day, and it's on my 2-day pack, assault pack from Mystery Ranch, as well as these little elastic bands up here. I never noticed these. You could route your hydration through there no problem. The sternum straps are the same on basically most of their new packs. It's just kind of cheap plastic. I don't know how long these are gonna hold up, but my one gripe with these bags is the buckles. I don't know, they just, like, these side ones feel pretty sturdy, but the sternum straps, they feel like they're gonna break eventually. So I'll probably end up replacing these, and I'm definitely replacing this because I don't trust that. So I think I'm gonna put a Cobra buckle here instead of this plastic one. You got these thin Molly loops here, which are definitely bar tacked. If you look at those things, they did a good job there. That's definitely never coming out of there. So 3 rolls across, and you got these 3 rows on the bottom. So you could definitely put a pistol holster up here, bear spray, whatever. Okay, quickly for reference, I put my 72 liter duffel bag from North Face that holds literally all my dive gear, my BCD, my wetsuit, my gloves, my fins, my mat. It has everything in there. There isn't like a freaking pillow in there like all the other dudes on YouTube do, but 72 liter duffel bag fit in there. I'm like shocked this fits, because this bag is massive. It's huge. I use this when I'm not scuba diving. I use this thing to travel with for like multiple days. Huge bag. Now my biggest gripe with this bag are these guys right here. Mystery Ranch cut corners with these right here, the elastic keepers or the Velcro keepers. They're not sewed in, so if you loosen these up, they can literally fall out and lose them. And I'm kind of surprised, because I've had other Mystery Ranch bags besides the other 2 that are here, and typically these Velcro keepers are sewed in, but if you look at all the straps that are on here, they definitely shaved a lot of time off sewing those in, which kind of sucks, because I have a feeling I'm gonna end up losing those if I don't sew them in myself. But here's the front again. I repacked everything that I took out, so it's kind of sloppy, but you can see I got that North Face duffel sitting in there like perfectly fine, and that thing's loaded with scuba gear, everything. This is the last thing I really wanted to talk about, is this piece right here, because no one ever says it in their videos either. I've noticed with these, when I seen this handle on the website and the videos, it looks kind of chintzy, like it'll break easy, but this is like a solid polymer right here. That is not going anywhere. the bars too back here. This is supposed to be like a trekking pole style, like aluminum bar in there. They're strong. I'm kind of surprised they feel pretty good. The buckles, not so sure about these. All across this thing, the plastic just kind of feels a little cheap. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but whatever buckle I can upgrade, I'm just gonna upgrade myself. The waist pad, super thick, super comfortable. I already took this thing out. It feels pretty good. I'm impressed. I like it. It's not that bad. You can find these bad boys on sale, but I think they go for $350 retail. But if you can, definitely look for a sale. I got this from GoHunt.com, and I think they charged me $250 for this, plus free shipping. So I made out pretty good with this Mystery Ranch Pop-Up 38. Then I got the Urban over there. That's actually my girlfriend's bag right there when she comes on day hikes with me. And then I got the 2-day assault. I got the 2-day assault also from Mystery Ranch. And I use this throughout winter. Awesome bag, but they definitely cheaped out on the buckles. They just don't feel good. And then on this one, they didn't even include elastic keepers on this one. So you just got these loose straps hanging everywhere, which kind of sucks. But awesome bag too. Really cool. Lots of good features. See, this one also has the elastic keepers up there for the for like hydration or comms cables or whatever the hell you're gonna put in there. But I'm 5'10", 170. Sometimes I get up to 180 if I'm eating good, and I use a small medium on both of these and they fit just fine. Definitely leave a comment below if you want to see a video on this one or the Urban Assault 21 liter. Like I said, that one's my girlfriend's, so I'll ask her how she feels about that one, but they're not built like these. There's no frame sheet, there's none of that. They just have the shoulder straps, and you can see there's no harness in these. Granted, you can't really put that much weight in these anyway, but she used this for day hikes up in the White Mountains, and I think she likes it a lot. I got this one on sale, actually from REI. I believe it's $100 new retail, but I believe we paid about $50 for this on sale. And I think it's because of the color, but she really liked it, so we ended up getting this for her before coronavirus ruined everything. But yeah, definitely check out my other videos. I got shooting videos on this channel. I'm going to be adding more of my outdoor stuff in here. If you want to see any videos on anything in here, any of the stuff I took out of the bag, the duffel, anything, drop a comment below and I'll definitely make another video. Peace out, guys.